5G. 5G is the fifth generation of wireless technology. All the big carriers like Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile are currently building out their 5G networks. This means new antenna systems will be built in commercial and residential areas all over Tennessee. Residents in Farragut will be impacted by this new 5G rollout. Hello, I'm Ruben Cedeno, and I will be talking to you about the 5G plan for East Tennessee, and specifically for Farragut. What is 5G? Plain and simple, 5G is a new communications network built from 4G, which we currently have, that will provide faster internet speed to its customers. 5G is more capable than 4G. What will 5G network offer? For example, for you gamers out there, 5G will bring virtual reality streaming at blazing speeds. Networks of autonomous cars will be able to talk to each other on the roads. And 5G will even help the healthcare professionals by helping doctors perform surgeries through the use of robots. For day-to-day communications, and in order to take full advantage of the 5G network, the public will need to have 5G capable smartphones and devices. Currently, Verizon is building these 5G networks across different US cities. Cities like Atlanta, Boston, New York City, and Salt Lake City. 5G technology is built on what's called millimeter waves. It's a new section of very high frequency spectrum waves upwards of 20 gigahertz all the way up to 100 gigahertz. But the catch is the higher the frequency of any wave, the lesser the range. 5G waves doesn't travel as well through the real world. That means that millimeter waves' biggest problem is that even if you're standing close to the antennas, the signal only travels within direct line of sight. So objects like trees or buildings will disrupt the high frequency signal even if you're close to it. But when 5G works, it works really well. It allows users to download data super fast. To put it in perspective, you can download a whole season of Stranger Things in about 30 seconds. As the 5G rollout plan takes effect, the residents of Farragut are opposed to the placement of 5G antennas in their neighborhoods. The town of Farragut has formally requested the Tennessee State Legislature for a delay of the 5G rollout. Representative Jason Zachary of the 14th District in Nashville facilitated a meeting between AT&T and Verizon, which led to a tentative agreement. And I have a quote from Jason Zachary regarding that. He says, "We cannot prohibit the rollout of 5G according to the FCC statute of 2018. But state law and the FCC statute do provide a level of flexibility that we are all able to identify and reach an agreement on how that flexibility was written to allow for certain aesthetics, height, and placement requirements within our community. The town of Farragut has aesthetics ordinances in place, but they all must be contained within the same ordinance and be in line with the statute passed in 2018. AT&T has agreed to work with Farragut to ensure that the plan lines up with statute." I also had the opportunity to interview Kimberly Parks. She is one of our neighbors in the area, and I'm going to quote her. She said the following: "My biggest concern is the placement of the 5G antennas because of two reasons. Number one, Sonia Drive is a very narrow roadway, and it will make that road more crowded. Number 2, placement of the antennas will have a negative effect on home values. One of my neighbors will have an antenna within a foot of his driveway. These antennas should only be placed in public areas or commercial areas only. The problem with 5G antennas is that in order to maximize the network, multiple antennas called nodes must be placed in an area so the signal stays with your device. Because of this problem, cities across the US will be forced to accommodate these cell towers in their neighborhoods. In the town of Farragut, for example, Verizon and AT&T will rely on hundreds of 30-foot poles spread across many blocks, and that has local residents upset. Town of Farragut new permit requirements require standalone poles to be at least 250 feet apart, preferably near intersections, within alleyways, or near side yard property lines, rather than right in front of people's homes or buildings. Another concern among those who oppose 5G small cell antennas is the effect of microwave technology on the human body. People like Dr. Sharon Goldberg, an internal medicine physician, said the following. Dr. Goldberg testified in opposition to Senate Bills 637 and 894 in October of 2018, pertaining to 5G wireless infrastructure legislation, which passed through the Michigan House Energy Policy Committee with a vote of 15-4. Sharon Goldberg is an internal medicine physician and professor, and she gave her testimony regarding 5G technology. This is what she said, and I quote, "Wireless radiation has biological effects, period. This is no longer a subject for debate when you look at PubMed and the peer review literature. These effects are seen in all life forms, plants, animals, insects, microbes. In humans, we have clear evidence of cancer now. There is no question we have evidence of DNA damage in the human body." The bottom line for 5G is that 5G network is coming to a city near you. Although it can be delayed based on a ruling by California's 9th Circuit Court of Appeals, 5G will be deployed in Farragut and other cities to come. Thank you very much.